This is an IELTS sample answer. Keep practicing to build confidence. To try a mock test with these questions, watch our mock test video. The link to the PDF document is in the first comment. Want to improve your IELTS writing skills? Check out our new IELTS writing channel. Let's begin by discussing about nutrition. How important is nutrition to you in your daily life?
Nutrition is very important to me. I try to eat balanced meals, drink enough water, and avoid too much junk food. It helps me stay energetic, focused, and generally feel better every day.
Do you pay attention to what you eat?
Yes, I do. I read food labels, choose fresh ingredients, and avoid overly processed items. I also try to include fruits and vegetables in my meals because I know they're essential for good health.
Have your eating habits changed over the years?
Yes, definitely. When I was younger, I didn't care much about what I ate. But now I focus more on healthy eating and try to cook at home instead of eating fast food.
Do you think people in your country eat healthily?
Not always. Many people still eat too much fried food or sugar. However, I think awareness is growing and more people are trying to choose healthier options like salads or low-fat meals.
What do you think a balanced meal should include?
A balanced meal should have vegetables, some protein like meat or beans, whole grains, and a little healthy fat. I also think drinking water with meals instead of soda is a smart choice.
What kinds of food do you try to avoid for health reasons?
I try to avoid sugary snacks, fizzy drinks, and deep-fried food. They might taste good, but they're not healthy and can lead to being overweight or developing health problems like high blood pressure or diabetes.
That's the end of part 1. Now we are going to move to part 2. In this part, you will have 1 minute to prepare and then speak up to 2 minutes. Describe a toy you liked in your childhood. You should say what kind of toy it is, when you received it, how you played it, and how you felt about it.
One of my favorite toys from childhood was a fluffy teddy bear named Tommy. He was a birthday gift from my grandma when I turned 5. He had soft brown fur, shiny black eyes, and a red ribbon around his neck. As I was the only child in my family, I often felt quite lonely at home, especially during weekends or school holidays. Tommy quickly became my closest companion and made a big difference in my life. I used to treat him like he was my child. I would pretend to be his mom, cooking imaginary meals for him using toy kitchen sets. I read bedtime stories to him every night, using different voices for each character. Sometimes, I also pretended to be a doctor. I took his temperature, listened to his lungs with a toy stethoscope, and even gave him medicine using a small spoon. Tommy never left my side. I took him everywhere, on family trips, to the park, and even to bed. At night, I always held him tightly while I slept. Whenever I woke up in the middle of the night, seeing him next to me made me feel calm and safe. He gave me a sense of comfort that no other toy ever could. Looking back, Tommy wasn't just a toy. He was a source of comfort, imagination, and happiness during my early years. I still keep him in my cupboard as a memory of my childhood. Even now, he reminds me of how important small things can be when you're a child.
That's the end of part 2. Now we are going to move on to part 3. We'll continue discussing the topic of toys. How have toys changed compared to those from the past?
Toys today are more advanced and often electronic. In the past, children played with simple wooden toys or dolls. For example, kids now have robot toys that talk or move, while older generations played with handmade items. Technology has made toys more interactive, but sometimes I think older toys encouraged more imagination.
Why do children often get attached to certain toys?
Children usually become attached to toys that bring them comfort or spark their imagination. For instance, a child might sleep with the same teddy bear every night. It becomes part of their routine and emotional support. Some toys also remind them of fun memories or special moments, making them even more meaningful.
Do you think modern toys are better for children's development than traditional ones?
Not always. Modern toys can be educational, like tablets with learning apps, but traditional toys encourage creativity and problem solving. For example, building blocks help kids learn spatial skills. I think a mix of both is ideal, depending on how the toys are used and whether they encourage active learning or passive play.
What role do parents play in choosing toys for their children?
Parents play a big role, especially when children are young. They usually decide what's safe and appropriate. For example, many parents avoid toys with small parts for toddlers. Some also look for educational toys that help with learning colors, shapes, or letters. Their choices can really shape a child's early experiences.
Should there be limits on how much time children spend playing with electronic toys?
Yes, I think limits are necessary. Too much screen time can affect a child's sleep or social skills. For example, if a child spends hours on a tablet, they may avoid outdoor play. Parents should encourage other activities, like reading or playing outside, to keep a balance and support healthy development.
That's the end of the speaking test. Good job.